So, this is a bit weird, but anyway, I'm just going to jump straight into it. First two things that I would highly recommend are 1, a good knife, and 2, a good chopping board. If you have both of these things, everything will be a lot easier. These are kind of like 3 different price ranges of knives. This is a brand called Victorinox. These are quite old, so they look a bit beaten up. But these kind of run anywhere from like 20 to like kind of £40 if you want the plastic Fibrox handles. They're a bit cheaper and they're a bit easier to clean, or they come with like nice rosewood handles, which I don't have around me at the moment. But these are kind of like, you know, the price range of like anywhere from like 20 to 30, £40. And the 2 things I would recommend are a paring knife, just for like little bits of garlic, whatever, and a chef's knife. And it can be anything from a 6-inch, like this one, or this is like an 8-inch one, which is a little bit longer. I like this kind of size. And they come in this form as well, which is like more of a Japanese one. It's called a Santoku. Now, it's also by a steel. This is a diamond steel, so it's a bit kind of harsher on your knife. You don't need to use it as much. I just have one of these at home, but I wouldn't use this on like my really nice knives. But it's good for stuff like this. Now, price ranges. As I've gone through, as I said, these are like 20 to 30, 40 quid. They will last. They're good. I use these for years. I've only kind of recently, in the past couple of years, upgraded. This is called a Global. These are Globals. These are incredibly light. They're very, very sharp. They require a little bit of maintenance in terms of keeping them sharp, but they get a really, really good edge, and they're really easy to use. They're super, super light and really well balanced. But these are kind of going to run you about £100. So this is like a bit of a more of an investment of a knife. But if you cook at home every single day, then, you know, it's kind of going to pay for itself if you look after it, because you'll get a good 5-6 years, maybe even longer, out of one of these if you really look after it. And then this is from a company called Japanese Knife Company. Strangely enough, they have a shop in London. If you order something in the morning, they'll ship it the same day. It'll come by next day delivery with DPD. They're really, really good. Excellent customer service. Quality of product is phenomenal. But this is a Japanese handmade knife. It's got a nice wooden, the kind of what they call, I think it's called, I can't remember the name, but it's like a D-shaped handle basically. Really nicely fits in the hand. This one's a carbon steel, so as you can see, it kind of started to rust because you have to keep the carbon steels clean and dry as much as possible. These get incredibly sharp. This one's actually really hard to use because it digs in the chopping board when you're cutting with it, so I don't really use it very much. This is like really, really big enthusiast or professional level knife. If you buy something like this, it will last you your whole life if you learn how to look after it. But this particular one was nearly £300, so this is like something you're gonna buy if you're, you know, really, really into cooking. So yeah, that's like your really high-end kind of ones. They go up to like, I've seen knives go for like £5,000 to £6,000. So it's pretty ridiculous. Then that's kind of in the 80 to like £100 price range, and then these are in the more like 20 to £40. So it really depends on what you kind of want to pay, but it also dictates of how long you're going to get out of it. You know, you might get a year or two out of one of these if you cook up home a lot, where this you'll get like maybe 4 or 5 years, and then one of these, you know, you spend £300, you learn how to get good with it, you learn how to look after it, and you might get your whole life out of it if you really, really take care of them. But there's a bit more involved with the maintenance of one of these compared to these two. And then the next thing is already becoming quite long, so I'm going to try and get through as quick as possible. Chopping board. This is a big wooden block chopping board. It's quite thick. I got it from Tesco. It was like a tenner. It is the best thing. I don't know if this is like common knowledge, but like chefs put cloths under their boards and it stops them rolling around and moving around when you can put quite a lot of pressure on top of it and it doesn't move. This is like something that all chefs do. I have like these little rubber seals at work that go underneath my chopping board that gives me even more stability. But yeah, good chopping board, good knives. Get those 2 things and cooking at home will be so much faster, so much easier. And yeah, but yeah, buy a big thick wooden chopping board, or like you can buy a plastic one, I guess, like a PVC. I think they are. They're really good as well. But good chopping board, good knives. They're like your 2 main things. If you cook at home every single day, these are totally worth the investment, in my opinion.